God, the war is over. Look at it. Just body after body. Is this somehow what the world has come to? Somehow we've got tired of fighting each other, so now we create our own soldiers and make them fight for us, and then fight over whether the soldiers that we've actually made have rights or not. Is this really what we've got to? Synth chest piece, synth field helmet, synth left leg. It's a whole other style of armor. God, no, look. Brotherhood soldiers. I feel so bad about bringing down that vertebrate. Something's still alive. Something is still alive. I feel so bad about that bringing down that brotherhood thing. I panicked. I didn't have time to think. I couldn't see an alternative. I had to fire the rocket at it. Those lives are on my conscience. And yeah, I know. I've taken a lot of life since I've been here. Duelist metal chest pieces. Nice. So you can call me a hypocrite as much as you want. I'm not even sure my logic makes sense to me these days. But I do know I didn't want to bring that vertebrate down. And I do know I don't like being part in this war. Let's get the hell out of here.
We'll get through this. Stay calm.
Find the way out. Find the ladder. Is this the way I came from? Damn it, I think I'm lost down here. Oh no, wait. Here we go. Here we go. I just hope I can... In some ways, I hope the war's still going on so I can sneak out. In the other way, I hope the war is over so people can stop kind of killing each other. I mean, if we're going to be killing anyone, let's team up against the raiders. Let's team up against the... Oh, hell no. It's still going on. This is such a waste of life. Even tactically, you know, forget the human side of it. Just... Let's get out of here. Oh, God, soldiers. Just think about, from a tactical point of view, there are raiders, there are mutants, there are people really trying to just destroy humanity out here. And yet we're fighting amongst ourselves. Institute versus Railroad versus Brotherhood of Steel, and all of them in some way have some sort of noble goal at their heart. Oh, hell. Oh no, I think we're okay. Oh, it's these guys. Yeah, we met them before. They're okay. We need to teleport back to Shawn. But my heart is sinking. I know he's my son. I'm scared about what he's going to ask me to do next. Family comes first. But what if your family asks you to do things you don't agree with? Teleporting device still seems to work. God, after taking all those hours and hours and days of putting the whole lot together, now it works. It's magic. Oh wait, Father's not here. It says he's in the ruins of the CIT building. Guess we need to teleport back out. CIT ruins. Who'd have thought I could be teleporting all over the place? It's like one of those old Star Trek or Star Trek movies or TV shows. You know, those the sci-fi ones they used to have on TV. And here I am, beam in, beam out. Night's drawing in. Red sky at night. The Institute's delight. I wonder why Shawn came topside. Oh god, if he came topside a few weeks ago, I wouldn't have had to search for so much for him. Why didn't he never come and find me in the first place?
Someone there? Gotta be a good fight! Huh? What's that?
Order of the Institute. You must destroy enemy.
Whoa!
Pay for that.
Employing melee.
Mutants. Mutants versus Institute. Sounds like the Institute's finally coming up here. Finally making their presence shown overtly. Do I risk my life for the Institute's robots? Isn't that as mad as everything else that's gone on here? The Commonwealth Institute of Technology. Shawn, I think someone's standing out there, watching this city. As the Brotherhood of Steel jets fly off in the distance. Is he watching over it as the Guardian? As the city's protector? Or as a conquering hero, master? I don't want to have this conversation at night. It doesn't feel right. I'm not sure what I want to say to him, how I want to approach this. He shouldn't be fighting with the Brotherhood of Steel, or putting himself in a situation where he ends up fighting with the Brotherhood of Steel. Get out of the armor. Take a nap on the sofa and hopefully gonna work out what to do here. As a father, have to follow out the instructions of the son? What if his son's older than him? This is so messed up. There's no logic to what we're doing. Maybe logic just left this planet a long time ago.
Ah, what's that?
Oh.
There.
Sounds to me like a battle between the mutants and the
Must have been nothing.
Institute didn't come down on the Institute's side.
I hear something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they know I'm here. You know what?
There's playing tricks on me again.
You know what? I might not agree with everything the Institute's doing, or understand this damn world. But I do know that super mutants are evil. They murder humans. They put their flesh in bags. hold them up for the world to see. Ow! How about? Oh, here you go, play with that. Oh, wow, there's mutant blood everywhere. A freezing pistol does 10 pounds cryo damage and will freeze targets on critical hits. Nice. And there is his arm. Where's the rest of these sons of bitches? I can hear them roaring. Where are they? Pip-Boy's picking up a couple on the radar. See them by their signature, but not by my eyes.
You soon, human.
Not if I find you first. All brawn, no brain. And there's the Institute robots. Wow, the Institute really didn't do well against these guys. A night vision pipe rifle and a human jaw, my god. Sick things. A fancy hairbrush? These things are freaking bald. Can't hear anymore. Communism is coming. Paranoia. Humanity. It's partly what led us to this. All-out war. One political system versus another. It's one thing to die for your family. It's one thing to die for a friend. It's one thing to die for a belief, but I don't know. Risking your life and the life of others for an ideology? What the frick? Time to go down again. Time to speak to Shawn. There are many advantages to power armor. And that's one of them. Jumping from the top floor. Almost like you're in a game, you know? Except with the power armor. Bounce around like anything. Alright. How about we reason with him? Shawn, you know? Talk to the Brotherhood of Steel. Talk to the Railroad. Dialogue, communication. This is coming from a man like me, a soldier. When I spent all this time searching for Shawn, I thought when I finally met up with him, I'd be celebrating and rejoicing. Or bargaining and chastising and... Look at the city. Look what's left of the city. 200 years after the bomb drops and the place is still a war zone. How does that even happen?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It wasn't always like this, though. Shawn used to be so different.
I can only imagine. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me.
No.
Both of us.
Bullshit. No, they left me on ice for 60 years while you grew up separate from me and had a life separate from me. There's no rescuing when you take a son from a father, when you take a wife from a husband, when you take a mother from a child.
They did. And for good reason. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject.
You mean me, don't you?
It only made sense
mean
that
me.
my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault.
Yeah, but your mother wasn't.
When I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this.
Had
To
me
not only
released.
do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Hey, you let me out. You let me out. And hang on, you let me out and you didn't think I would survive? It was you? You let me out?
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
This is all I am to you. An experiment, a curiosity, a plaything, a toy. Something to watch and observe like one of those
This
damn...
really is a matter of importance.
You think this is important? No, I tell you what's important. Goddamn family is important. Love is important. Your mother is important. Curiosity is a distraction. And in your case, a dangerous obsession.
No, that's not all. But still, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. There are greater things to come after your success at Bunker Hill. The synths have been safely returned and will be repurposed. Thank you for your work. I hope you weren't at too much risk.
What do you mean? Repurposed? I don't understand why the synths want to get away from your institute. I'm not sure I even want to get dragged into this conversation. I don't have an issue in this synth debate. I have an issue with family. I have an issue with being used as some kind of freaking lab rat. No, I'm not freaking overwhelmed. Repurposed. What does it mean? Tell me about it.
Modifications will be made to correct the defects in their programming, and they'll be assigned to new duties within the Institute. Not the first or last time it will happen. The railroad remains an annoyance, of course. but they'll be dealt with as necessary. And you, well, you've passed the test, as they say. You have done well.
Another experiment?
Take this as a token of my appreciation. Our appreciation, really. It's time for you to become
Bottle
more
caps.
involved in the future of the Institute.
Bottle caps.
I'd like you to join me inside. The directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
A test. An experiment. No words of love, no words of kindness, no words of family. Instead, words of curiosity. He didn't even attempt to help me. He didn't even attempt to give me a gun or a weapon. I could have been killed by that first, I don't know, whatever I came across. Radroach? Ghoul? I gave everything for him. I gave up my career in the military before he was born. His mother gave up her job. Since coming out of here, I've continued to give to him. I gave up my self, my blood, my tears. Of every raider and mutant that I've put down, of every thing that I've taken to get to him. What does he give? Not a damn. I don't recognize my son. Not physically, but I could maybe cope with the physically. I don't recognize his heart. But he might be right about one thing. It's Commonwealth. Does it have a future? I mean, look at it. Bulldozed, collapsed, smoking, irradiated, filled with evil. I've always been a believer that there's good in everyone and everything. But I found very little good here. Very little goodness inside anyone or anything. I'll be damned if that doesn't include my own son. So let's go to the little meeting. Ah!
The rest see me as little more than a glorified repairman. But I'm as much a scientist as any of them.
I'm sorry, Lawrence. I don't give a damn. I've tried caring before.
Greetings, sir.
It don't work. Frick, the Pip-Boy's glitching like hell. I think it's locked in on Shawn or whatever. I don't even get how this Pip-Boy thing works. I mean, like I said, I've always been a soldier more than a technician, but I do know the Pip-Boys they talk to each other, you know? Locked into some kind of wireless internet or mainframe, maybe father's... I called him father. I actually called him father. I didn't realize I did that. Huh. What does that tell you?
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
Of course. I'll inform the team.
No. No, I have no idea what that is.
I'll admit I'm relieved. It's intended to be something of a classified project, which I'm sure means everyone already knows about it. Power
That's
is,
normally what classify
as I'm
means.
sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the
Electricity?
Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
Yeah, you know, tough times down here compared to everything going on upstairs, I'm sure. What'd you have to do? Turn off a few lights or something while the world around you burned?
I would never disagree that life in the Institute is better than above ground. We have done much to ensure it. Now, we take things even further. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Nuclear power. Nuclear power? Do you not know what nuclear power did to the country, to the world? The whole world ran on atomic energy, and then the world burned on it. To boot up another is...
Are you following?
Are you following? Yeah, I mean, you're following in the work of all the mass murders that came before you. This is a disaster waiting to happen. This is a crazy idea.
Not in our hands. I assure you this is the answer. This is the future. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful.
What do you mean? What are you saying?
I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
What?
Serious?
Everyone,
No.
please, I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to
Shawn.
tell you,
No.
but we're running
What,
out of time.
in a staff meeting? No. No, this can't be happening. I've just lost your mum. I just gave birth to you, or she just gave birth to you a year ago. I only just found you. No, this isn't right.
I've had the same thoughts more than a few times. But we cannot let this stop us. Our work must continue. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh,
What?
boy.
What? No way.
can't be
What? What? Hang on. I'm.
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your
I don't want this role.
insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Humanity's future is taking root right here.
What the hell? No, you can't be dying.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
I've seen the technology you've got in this place. You must be able to help yourself. There must be something you can do. I mean, just look at this place. Plants on the inside. Trees, oxygen, air, teleporters.
I'm glad you could be here to share this with me.
Look, I'm here for you. In your hour of need, in whatever thing you've got, I am here for you. There must
Hello,
be
Father.
something we can do.
I hope your time in the Institute has been enjoyable.
Huh.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
Look, it's... Look, I don't want to run this place, Shawn. It's not what I'm here for. I came here for you. You know that. I came here for love, for family, for blood. And I don't mean revenge. I mean our blood, our DNA, as you're so fond of saying. I don't want to run the
I hope
Institute.
You're not too overwhelmed.
Stop saying that. I know what I'm saying. I know my own mind. I'm not a goddamn robot like everyone seems to keep telling me. I don't just follow orders. I'm not interested in leading here. I'm interested in helping you.
Are you so sure? You seem to have a natural talent for leading by example. Getting things done. This will suit you. And I think we can both agree the Institute will need the guidance. There's no question that some of the directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
This must be the first recorded case in human history of nepotism working in reverse. I'm speechless. I'm shocked and I'm stunned. When I walked into this room, I was almost ready to kill it myself. Now, his life is in danger. I can't walk away. What father could do that from a son? My God, he's dying. Oh, whatever. I said it all those weeks ago before I stepped into this commonwealth. And I said it on the day he was born. Whatever he needs, I will do. Whenever he needs help, I will be there. Whenever he needs protection, I will give it gladly. I may not be the world's greatest thinker. I know I'm not the world's greatest soldier, and hell, I know I'm not the world's greatest father. But I will not leave my son's side. It was my promise to him then, and it's my promise to him now. I may not like it. I may not agree with it. I'm damn sure conflicted. But at the end of the day, I am his dad. And nothing is bigger than that.